Hi, I'm Lillian and today I'm going to be doing the BookTube newbie tag. Technically, I've had this channel for like over 6 months now, but I haven't made that many videos in that time, so I'm still considering myself somewhat of a BookTube newbie. So question 1 is, why did you start this channel? Basically because I wanted to make videos about books. I've always loved reading, and ever since I found BookTube, I think in 2015, I've been introduced to so many book recommendations I never would have found anywhere else, and I kind of knew then that eventually I would like to make my own channel. Originally I had a book blog where I would write about books to my heart's content, which got about like 5 views a year, and I've also had my Bookstagram for over 4 years now, which I adore and will hopefully be doing forever. So starting a channel seemed like just the last puzzle piece. What specifically made me start this channel was back in April, me and my sister and some friends did like a daily vlog challenge where we would do a little vlog of our days and then just show it to each other, and that was really fun. And then the Owls readathon was going to start soon, and I was like, oh, it'd be fun to do another vlog for that. So I started making one, and originally it was literally just going to be to show these few other people, but then I was like, what if I actually started a BookTube channel for this? And then I just decided to go for it. And so that video, the Owls vlog I did back in April, was the first video I made for this channel. Question 2 is, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to BookTube? I really hate this question. I don't really know how to answer it, so I'm just going to say that statistically, it's impossible for someone to read the exact same set of books as someone else and then to have the exact same opinions on them. So I'm hoping that just like statistically and by default, there'll be something unique and original about my videos. Question 3 is, what are you most excited for about this new channel? I guess it's just to keep having fun. Like, I'm making these videos because I think it's fun and I'm excited to keep doing that. I have loads of ideas of other videos I want to make. I want to do one where I like rearrange my bookshelves in various different ways and then live with it for a bit and then talk about the pros and cons of each kind of organisation. I want to do flip throughs of my bullet journals and all my old ones as well. I want to make a video where I look at old TBRs I did for my book blog years ago and see if I've actually read those books yet. I want to do one where I talk about the best and worst books I've read because I heard about them on BookTube. And yeah, I'm just excited to keep making videos. Another thing is, I'm excited to maybe make some new friends on BookTube. It hasn't happened yet, but I'm staying hopeful. So question 4 is, why do you love reading? And for me, that would be, it's kind of the same reason I love watching TV and films, is because I like to consume stories. I'm constantly in my own brain, like coming up with story ideas and daydreaming about plots and snippets of stories. So it's fun to like also experience external stories coming into my brain. And because occasionally you'll just come across a book which is amazing and you can love it forever. Question 5 is, what book/series got you into reading? For me, Harry Potter. It was the absolute first love of my life. It's not the book series I remember reading first, like the earliest memory I have of reading, but it's definitely the series that like consumed me and made me a reader forever. And I still really love it, despite the increasingly terrible spin-offs that are being made, despite the TERF who must not be named also just being a horrible person, and despite the newer criticisms which have been levelled against it. At first I was like, the Harry Potter series is my one true love, how dare anyone try and poke holes in it? But now I think that as long as you can look critically at your favourite things and acknowledge where it should have been better, then you can still enjoy and love it anyway. And if all else fails, like, you can go and read some fan fiction. Question 6 is, what questions would you ask your favourite booktubers? I really don't have a good answer for this question. I've thought about it so much and I can't come up with one. So I've gone with more of a request than a question, which is, please can you do more videos where you sort of break down your shelves and talk about the makeup of the books you own? I really love videos like this, so I wish like all my favourite booktubers would make these as well so I can learn more about them and their bookshelves. Question 7 is, what challenges of starting a BookTube channel do you think will be the hardest to overcome? I was mostly worried that like it would be cringy and my videos would be terrible and embarrassing, but I think I kind of solved this by only making videos I want to make, making sure I have fun doing them, being in a good mood when I film, and then only telling like close friends and family about this channel. I was kind of worried that like people I knew in real life and didn't really like would find my channel and then it would be embarrassing and they'd make fun of me. But then also if that was to happen, then like I wouldn't care about their opinions of me because these would be people that I didn't like in real life. So it's like the whole don't go to someone for criticism if you wouldn't go to them for advice. Another challenge, I guess, is that I use Windows Movie Maker 99% of the time when I'm making these videos because it's like so quick and easy and amazing, but it doesn't do the thing where you can like insert a picture like next to you in the middle of a video. So for that I have to use Adobe Premiere Plus, which is like the worst thing in the world. It's so confusing. I don't understand how to work it. It also like keeps crashing my computer and making it work really slow, but I kind of have to use it literally just to insert pictures. So yeah, that's a challenge for sure. Question 8 is, when did you start reading? Like I said, I've always been a reader ever since I was really tiny. I remember feeling really proud that I read the Harry Potter books by myself and not like my parents reading them to me. I don't remember how old I was, and I don't remember reading Philosopher's Stone by myself, but I do specifically remember reading Chamber of Secrets for the first time because I'd never seen the word sword written down before, and so as I was reading it I was like, sword, sword, what is this word? And I was really confused by that. The other books that I remember reading the earliest are probably the first 2 Molly Moon books by Georgia Bing, as well as like all the Jacqueline Wilson books I ever read. Question 9 is, where do you read? I read mostly in my bed. It's not a very inspired answer, and sometimes on the sofa. I wish I liked audiobooks more because then I could like read in more places, obviously, but I'm very much like a visual person. I really prefer reading the physical book and having the words in front of me, because when I listen to audiobooks I tend to like drift off and not pay attention and then come back and be like, oh my god, how much have I missed? And then it's a bit of a faff having to like work out where you were and rewinding it and finding that point, and that's just much more difficult than like having a page in front of you and maybe like losing your place on the page. Also, I wish I could read in the car, because at the moment that's like the only thing that makes me car sick, and I genuinely think it would be a massive improvement in my life if I could read in a car and not get car sick. And the final question, number 10, is, what kind of books do you like to read? My favourite genres are basically sci-fi and fantasy, although I kind of like reading most things except horror and except classics. On my shelves I have a mixture of like sci-fi, fantasy, historical fiction, graphic novels of all kinds, some thrillers and crime fiction, fewer contemporaries and literary fiction, but not because I like dislike them, just because I tend to read less of them. I also have a load of non-fiction books all on this bookshelf. Quite a lot of them are about mythology and folklore, because that's another sort of genre or topic I'm really interested in. So yeah, those are all the questions. I hope you found my answers at least vaguely interesting and you've learned something new about me. If you are also a booktube newbie and you've done this video, I would love to know. And also I'm doing NaNoWriMo at the moment, so if you are as well, I hope that's going well for you, and I'd also like to know in the comments. So thanks for watching, and I hope you stick around on my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!